Hello, hello, hello to everybody. How are you? Happy Aloha Friday. Happy Boxing Day. And Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays to you. I hope you had an excellent holiday yesterday if you celebrated. If not, I hope you had an excellent day yesterday. Period. Dan, welcome. Afternoon to you. And the Party Rooster, good morning to you as well. Make a couple adjustments here. Let's see, it'll actually be easier once I get a static image here. Oh, hey, Cinco Play. How's it going? Let's see. We can use the image right outside, I think. Yeah, we'll use this. That's way too blurry. Something around there, maybe? I don't know. It's not perfect, but it never is perfect. You just kind of got to deal with it as you can. That's streaming off a phone, ladies and gentlemen. Cinco, I hope you're well. I hope you had a good time. PST Gluten Morgan. Well, guten Tag to you as well. How's everybody been? What'd you get? Did you get anything cool? We were just playing, kids and I were just playing Astrobot for PS5. What a cool game. Best Mario game I've played since Odyssey. Let me tell you. It's real good. I enjoy that it's light. It's colorful. It's a game on PS5 I can actually play with my kids. Where you don't have to be like, hey, you got to leave the room because there's some serious drama coming. There's some true cinematics here. But no, it's, rated E and it's excellent. We haven't been playing it for long. I can already see why it picked up Game of the Year awards. Lots of people too telling me that it was their favorite game of the year that year. Major Rage, how are ya? Astrobot is awesome. Rooster, you're a fan of Secret of Evermore? Now, you were on, I think we were playing Secret of Mana, right? You liked that one as well? How about Secret of the Stars? Are you on all three secrets? I got a new camera mount for the desk. Nice. Very cool. Oh, painting streams. Are you in our Discord, Dan? Because I'm going to need you to forward me some painting stream links. I like painting. Top Hat Skull, how are you? Last stream of the year. Well, I don't know. Let me look at the calendar. I don't stream at night, so I'm not going to be doing like a New Year's Eve thing. No, I'll probably stream next week. 29th, 30th. Maybe on the 31st. Probably not. But I think I'll do Monday, Tuesday next week. Astrobot is Sony doing their best Nintendo impression. It works so well. Absolutely. You know, I wanted to be generous to Astrobot. But to your point, single play, they finished a stage with you reaching a flag, and I was like, okay, like how many times did they reference Super Mario when they were making this game? And that's okay. It's all right to be honest about that, about influences. Uh, Super Mario Brothers, the most successful platforming franchise in history. It would make sense to emulate that to some extent. I was noticing that on a tactile level, Astrobot feels lighter to control. He can make corrective movements much more quickly than Mario typically can in his 3D platformers. So it's like Mario feels heavier than Astrobot does. Astrobot feels kind of like he's made of plastic, which, hey, he might be made of space plastics. Um, that's an observation, not a qualitative remark for those of you who may get nervous about such things. But very cool game. Definitely looking forward to it. I looking forward to seeing all of the cameos. And again, just refreshing to pick up a game and be like, hey, I could play this with my kids, and it's not on a Nintendo. It's actually on a PlayStation. Hola! It can be done. Because I haven't ever heard of Secret of the Stars. Oh, okay, so we're playing Secret of the Stars after we finish Secret of Evermore. It is an RPG by Tecmo. And actually, the title says Tecmo's Secret of the Stars. They wanted to ensure that players knew who to blame for it. It does not have a great reputation. We'll put it that way. But I've never played it, so it'll be interesting to play it following up these secret games. Let's see. Dan says, honestly, I enjoyed Astrobot significantly, all caps, more than Mario Odyssey. They're virtually the same game, so I wonder why. You enjoyed it that much more. I am enjoying both of them. I think they are so closely identical that this definitely feels like a Mario game. I'm not sure what it does that's all that different just yet. That may come to realization eventually. But for now, I'm like, this is basically a Mario game with a reskin. Odyssey is a game that actually gave me like goose flesh when I was playing it. Hit that one part with the fireworks and Jump Up Superstar starts playing. Once you tidy up New Donk City, and I got goose flesh right there. I was like, oh, I'm feeling it. I'm feeling the magic. So Odyssey was one of my favorites on Switch 1. I have a feeling Astrobot will be a favorite on PS5. And to me, it makes sense to like both of them. So I am curious to know what Astrobot did that differently that could mean a significant player difference. Player experience difference. There you go. Mario is a more technical platformer, while Astrobot has more of a rareware feel. Oh, interesting. Mario seems like the obvious comparison. I will be playing it now with a rareware comparison in mind. That's hard to say. Rareware comparison. But yeah, Astrobot doesn't feel very much like a precision platformer. And I feel like the 3D Marios are less precision platformer than the 2D ones. But the whole time I'm playing it, we were just talking about Super Mario. It's like when you order, like you go to a steakhouse and you get tofu and you ask them to make it look like a steak and give it a name before, it was cut up into a steak, and you ask what the tofu was fed, and they're like, oh, it was grass-fed tofu. And you ask them if they could put a bone in it, stuff like that. It's tofu, but it tastes like steak, and it has that steak kind of feel. Let's see. Oh, we got some chats here. I gotta catch up on. Temper, how are you? I hope you had a good birthday, good holiday. Focusing way too much on making a couple shelves just the way I want to. Ebonizing it is there's an interesting word. Lifelong Nintendo fan, some weird PlayStation nostalgia. Dominic Ashtier. Are you Luca Ashtier? Just with a change of name? Let me see about pedals here. This is an action RPG, so it takes me a bit to follow up with chat and stuff like that. I beg your pardon. Dominic, if you're Luca Ashtier, welcome back. If you're not, welcome to the stream. I've got PlayStation and nostalgia, or PlayStation and Nintendo nostalgia. I think that's something else that makes Astrobot feel very Nintendo-y. Is it has quite a lot that leans on nostalgia and references and things like that. It seems like a very Nintendo-y thing to do. Nintendo-esque, that's a better way to say it than Nintendo-y. What did we get? Oh, yeah, we got a mud pepper. That's right. Help me, dog. Help me. Uh-oh, out of those. Maybe we'll go back to the village, actually, and recover there. Let's see. Major Rage. Nintendo missed a big opportunity to call the Switch to the Super Nintendo Switch. I really wish they had. I get why they didn't. There's an interesting historical factoid that people kind of don't mention too often. That consumers were pretty upset at the time when they rolled out the Super Nintendo in America, because they're like, I bought my kid a Nintendo and now there's another one, you know. So maybe they didn't want to tempt fate with that again. I don't know. It seems to work for PlayStation. Oh no, I beg your pardon. Maybe the choice of name with the numerical was them just being like, it works for PlayStation. But yeah, I wish they'd called it a Super Nintendo Switch too. They would have had to explain why it's not a mid-gen upgrade or anything like that. Okay, mostly just in precision, wider margin for error, as you were mentioning earlier. Oh, for sure, absolutely. Okay, here's Dan's answer to that question. I think Astrobot hit the nostalgia feels in a lot of cool ways. Someone who's played a lot of old... Oh, so it's nostalgia-based, right? Like it did much in the way it's happening in decades of fond memories. Personally, Astrobot frustrated me at far fewer points too. That might have to do with the precision stuff. That's more rareware-like. What do you think is the best comparison in that regard, in terms of a specific title, Cinco Play? Any game that can remind me that Vib button and jumping flash existed gets a +1 from me. So I don't know Vib ribbon. I do know jumping flash. There's something here. There we go. Oh, spider. New Super Nintendo Switch U Pro DD. Oh boy. Yeah, if they were going the 3DS naming route. XL. You gotta throw an XL in there. What was I thinking? Hey, you got my vote, Major Rage. Super Nintendo Switch would have been great. Parents just don't understand. Well, here's the thing with parents. Like, now that I am one, parents are busy and they don't have time to research stuff. And I might be into gaming, but there's still things that confuse me about gaming too. Typically, the clone consoles, like anytime they're like, hey, here's a VGS 6256785 Pi. And it does this differently from the VIC 67265 VI Pi. And you're like, I just want to play games, y'all. I don't want to have to read a Wikipedia article in order to figure this out. Hey, old time logic, get out. Let's see. We got to ban somebody here. How do I do it? Oh, Cinco Play got it. Yo. One more mod before the end of the year. Thanks very much for that. I appreciate it. Okay. Should have been called Switch. Oh, Switch 2? No. Switch U. Yeah, no, I don't know. That's the king of unfortunate naming conventions. Almost as bad as Xbox naming conventions, which are pretty bad. Xbox One, but it's not the first one. Xbox Series S and X. They're just playing around with people's ability to enunciate, is what it is. To be clear, they're both excellent games. Oh, for sure. And I know you phrased this in a personal sense, and I was curious. Oh boy, I bought. I see. I wish Nintendo would stop making hardware and focus on software. Hot take. I disagree with you. I think that sometimes Nintendo is the only person making hardware that's at all interesting. Not all the time. Sometimes. Let's see. Can we sleep here? No. Take the Switch, for instance. Like, if they hadn't made the Switch, I think we'd all just be playing souped up PS5 type stuff right now. And, like, there's no real difference between PS5 and Xbox Series. It's the same thing. So I appreciate that there's more. I wish Nintendo would stop. Oh, he said I kid. I didn't see that. Wait, no. Oh, is that okay? The I kid was for the little Sonic emote. That's pretty adorable. Now, let's see about buying some alchemical ingredients. Love that we have the Xbox One S, Xbox One X, and the Xbox Series S, and the Xbox Series X. Yeah, no, it doesn't at all. The Switch is the console I've played the least of any I've ever bought. Well, that's unfortunate for you because the system's amazing. The portability has meant way more gaming time for me than normal. So there's that. But yeah, it's spectacular. Change the way you play video games. The Vectrex is the console I've played the least out of any I've bought. So there's that for comparative data. If Nintendo was software only, they would have to compete with PlayStation games on their own hardware. They would have to dump more and more into presentation and lose their magic. Yeah, it would be a darn shame. It's difficult to imagine what video game history would be like without Nintendo. Especially right now, they're kind of the last of the big three to be making exclusives. I think once exclusives die, then we're just stuck in like the Demolition Man, like Taco Bell future, where it's like this is all there is, so enjoy it. Let's see. I kid was about me saying I wish Nintendo. Oh yeah, well I thought it could have been the Sonic thing. Howdy, James. Hey, happy Boxing Day, Wesley. I hope everybody's enjoying their boxing and their day. And now we got to go in here. I guess out of the hardware thing, what would be the benefit to all of us if Nintendo stopped making their own hardware? It would just be like no more exclusives left in the world. Everything on the typically more expensive boxes. Hey, where is it? There's a dog that's right here sniffing around. I don't know. I don't see anything. There we go. Some ash. I like the idea of the dog sniffing around, but it does slow this game down a bit. And sometimes like for one little thing. I wonder how they could have made that a bit quicker. I don't know. I don't remember this dungeon at all. Hey, another mud pepper. That's good. Let's see. We can put this here. Take there. Boom, baby. Let's see. So far, the TG16 is the one you've played the least. TG16's got some cool stuff. But if it's a real TG16, that sucks to try and collect for that thing. It's expensive. Throw out a take that will not be received well. From you, Mr. Temper, throwing out a take that will not be received well? I can't envision that. You got me. Is this an April Fool's joke? Wait, it's December 26th. Okay, the last great Nintendo console was the SNES. Downhill since then. That's. You do realize I've like wrote a book on SNES and I'm playing through SNES systems. I think SNES is the GOAT, which means it's implied within that nothing that came after the SNES was as good. So I don't know why you didn't think that would be received well, but that's basically like my entire worldview right now. So I gotta agree. I think N64 was a big step down. I like the GameCube. I think the Wii was good for doing what it set out to do, which was make gaming more accessible, especially in the 2010s when it was, all about the grim dark and the numbers and stuff like that. The numbers. Like, you could actually play games with your grandma. But yeah, that's not controversial at all. Nice try though. Nintendo saved the world during COVID with Animal Crossing. See, Wesley knows what's up. That was the game that I thought they should have awarded cultural impact to, because yeah, that game saved my life, tons of people's lives. It's weird with Nintendo stuff, because you'll meet people who are like, oh, I haven't played video games in like 20 years and I just bought a Switch to play this one game. And that was Animal Crossing. My wife worked at a realty office. Realtors are busy people. They're not playing video games. But they were all playing Animal Crossing because freaking awesome. Freaking Animal Crossing. Animal Crossing. I was in the black market on Animal Crossing. I was doing the animal trafficking. This sounds terrible saying it aloud, as it was. I was trading villagers for money on Animal Crossing. And the way that worked is you could, if you had a villager who was moving out on your island and somebody came and spoke with them, that person could invite them to move to their island. And so, you'd go onto a Discord and be like, hey, I got Raymond moving out or Judy moving out. You could get millions of bells for that. Heck yeah, boxes. Hey, you can't take Major Rage TV from me. Major Rage and I were separated at birth. You can't. You and your ice cold take about Super Nintendo being the best. Folks would just like to compare Nintendo games on other consoles directly, though to an extent you can do that on Xbox. Or with emulation exists. It's not great for Switch. I don't know if you saw that Metroid Prime 4 emulation video going around, but it was not spectacular. In a world where Virtual Boy exists, oof. I think people who argue that Nintendo should stop making hardware don't understand why their low-powered hardware actually enables them to make better software. There's probably a direct correlation between the exclusivity and the less powered, the lower powered hardware. I remember talking to somebody who was like, I'll only buy a Switch 2 if it's as powerful as a PC. And I'm like, then, why not just buy a PC if you want the power? You're buying it for a few other things, a few other quirks. I don't think it needs power. I think it needs fun games to play. Darn it, why are there so many of these things here? There's so many. Do I really have to grind enemies for mud peppers? Is that what they want me to do here? I think so. We're gonna have to find enemies. I don't see any. That's a darn shame. That's a shame. That's a shame, dear. Alright, let's try this. Oh, course that didn't kill him. Marketing and calendars. Red and I agreed on something. On Super Nintendo being the GOAT. Again, like the ice coldest, the antithesis of this dungeon. This dungeon is red hot. And you're like, I think the SNES was the best. I can't disagree with that. I just straight up. That's it right there. That is it. Oh, you push it. Oh. Ow. Okay, we did it. That still doesn't help us, though, because I still can't get through here. Okay. Oh, found some water there behind the thing. Help Mr. Temper understand, Syncoplay. The people who think Nintendo should stop making hardware and put their IP on other platforms tend to remind me of the people who don't realize that restrictions breed creativity. Yeah, limitations usually how I phrase it myself. I remember an interview that I read with Kojima talking about Death Stranding and how it was designed around the infrastructure for PlayStation. I think that was right around when Xbox started rolling out their. Do you remember when Xbox PR was like obsessed with suggesting that that exclusives are evil and anti-consumer? This, of course, just a few years after they promised the consumers who purchased their hardware that they would have exclusives on their system, and when they couldn't materialize those, then the reason why they didn't is because exclusives, of course, are evil, which is why we promised them in the first place. PR, video game PR is hilarious. Unfollowed. Come on now. Scarlett's, how's it going? Yes, Major Rage and I we are separated at birth. We are of the same strain. Okay, let's see. Here we're gonna pop that bad boy in there. What do you smell? What is it? Some clay. Wow. Oh, it always feels a little anticlimactic when you pick something up. He's like, he found some. He found that. It's a piece of ash. Way to go, Ash. Hey, now. Get him. Aw, you. Doggy. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Maybe I should have picked up some more stuff. I forgot to restock. Can you break the rocks? So you cannot break the rocks. Do enjoy the Virtual Boy. Virtual Boy had some cool stuff on it. I think Wario Land is the best game on there. I played that one a couple times. That's an excellent game. I really wish that they would do a Virtual Boy collection, but I guess we're getting the NSO Virtual Boy. That's probably the closest thing that we're ever going to get. Nintendo can only get away with what they do at the quality level they're known for because they own the hardware, so they control what they compete against. Would you say that Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom is a relevant thing to mention here? That was one where they took a whole year to do quote unquote polish and ensure that the physics worked well in that game. Probably some of the best physics I'd ever experienced. Because that's what happens when you take a whole year, I guess, to make sure it doesn't suck. Let's see. I'm gonna go. Y'all got anything? Nothing? Oh, he sniff. He sniff. He sniff. There we go. It was behind him. Sometimes the way the dog's body is angled, it's actually difficult to tell exactly where the item is. I think this game has music at some point, but it's been a while since we've heard any real music. I think the boss fights were the last music that we've heard, something like that. Let's see. It could be stuff like, oh yeah. So what Cinco Play said, right? If it were on PlayStation, it would have to compete. Both products on the same system. You know, you've only got so many users, and they only have so much money. Makes sense to me. Get them. These guys are surprisingly fantastic. Axes and their low accuracy. What is with that? What is the deal with accuracy on axes? You equip an axe, and it's impossible to hit anything. So you just have your dog do it. Overall GOAT is the PS2. I don't know, man. It's pretty hard for me to top. Obviously, if we're talking like quantifiables, like sales figures, then yeah, PS2 is GOAT. There's no argument there. Why am I struggling right now? There you go. Just... Is there really something over here, or... No, I don't think so. There it is. Okay, let's see. Which is interesting, Temper. You say, I think you're underestimating the popularity of Nintendo IP, which is popular because it has been grown on Nintendo hardware. I don't know about Nintendo IP being as popular in a timeline in which Nintendo stopped doing hardware. Nintendo has an intimate knowledge of the hardware that other companies make quality games. AAA's have level of polish other developers bear the reach. Yeah, no, I gotta agree with that. We were just talking about this recently. I think one of my New Year's... Okay, here's a question for chat. Do you do New Year's resolutions, or is that too old-fashioned? I think I've met a lot of people who are like, I don't do resolutions because I don't want to feel anxiety about it, or unfair pressure or whatever. I don't make it like a big thing. It's just like, hey, here's something I want to do in the new year. And I think for me, one thing I'm going to stop doing is day one purchases. I already rarely make any day one purchases. But the amount of times that I've made day one purchases and been burned by, oh, this needs a patch, or this needs an update, or this is busted, like, is pretty darn high. So I think there I'll wait for day two purchases. Now we'll give it a bit of time. The other nice thing beyond technical stuff is if you wait, then you kind of get away from the initial hype train or hate train, depending on the title, and you can kind of enjoy things in a little more relative peace with some significantly less context, let's say, which I personally find very nice. There is nothing there, boy. There's got to be something there. He's sure. There it was, way over there. I am really bad at catching up on chat here today. Let me see. I mean, less power to work with. Forcing Nintendo to make games that have a higher quality. Fun factor compensate if they had better hardware. Be easier to just poop out subpar garbo. That's a fun Italian phrase right there. Poop out a subpar garbo. Yeah, sometimes I wonder what like Nintendo games would look like if they were at that same level of like sort of cinematic, hyper realistic presentation, but I don't think we need it. Arguing that limited hardware that's generations behind the competition is a good thing is wild. I don't see why I don't see why it is wild though. Like if we're talking about Nintendo Switch, the Nintendo Switch is a tablet, dude. A tablet. It is not. We're not talking apples to apples. If you compare a PS4 to a Nintendo Switch, they're different things, right? Now a Steam Deck, a laptop maybe. But yeah, a dedicated big old friggin' box. Obviously, they both play games, but PlayStation does not have a sense of built-in portability nor a need to be portable. And imagine trying to lug around a PS5. It's enormous. It's like the size of one of my children. It's big, and it can be big because it doesn't have the function that demands the form, if you know what I mean. Let's see, 2DS emulation devices, fantastic. Are you talking about emulating 2DS on Switch? Yes, Mud Pepper. And did the axe get stronger, or was he just really excited about that Mud Pepper? He might have just been excited about the Mud Pepper. I don't know. Okay. Let's see. There's nothing over there. Was this a dead end? This is a dead end. There's some decent-sized dungeons in here. Okay. Withered hardware. The SNES was underpowered for its time. Yeah, I think the SNES was pretty powerful. But obviously you started getting some of those CD systems in there. TG16. Like comparing a SNES to Neo Geo. Yeah, I don't know about that. But I think it used its limitations really, really rather well. You found dirt. Always good. It's always good. I pretend mine is the only valid. Wow, that's the wonderful thing about having opinions is you're able to express them, and I think that's good. And my job as host here is to provide a space where we can talk about those things in a helpful manner. And every once in a while, I get to yell at you. That's my one. That's like the chef's gift. You know, I get to yell every once in a while. It's great. It's great fun. You should try yelling. It's actually very cathartic. I think here what single play, this last line in particular, I think is where I fall. Nintendo fans generally don't mind the quality of the hardware because the quality of the software we get doesn't feel withered. Like when I played Mario Odyssey, I wasn't like, dang, this is running on old withered hardware. I was just like, wow, this game is really fun. You know what I mean? And I think they answered some of the concerns about strength in the Switch 2. But I'm not somebody who is typically obsessed with that sort of thing anyway. So I couldn't tell you the significant difference. All I know is I played Tears handheld and was like, wow. That's about it. But the game's fun to play, which is really awesome. Come on. Why am I missing everything? This is like on Secret of Mana. Just under-leveled, huh? See, and every day I'm like, I'm going to blow through this game. And then you realize, no, you're not going to blow through this game. You're going to have to do a little grinding. We got 2 parts wax, 3 parts ash. That's wonderful. Let's see. Yeah, Pokemon is definitely one that's got some issues, for sure. Now, I know for a fact when Scarlet and Violet came out, and people were sharing pictures of like the octopus kids and the messed up bikes and all that stuff. Some of that was from emulation screenshots. For some reason, there's a sizable community of people out there who will try to undermine product sales by posting emulation screenshots and video and claiming that they're on actual hardware. I don't know why people do that, but it's a hobby. You gotta stay, you gotta live. I get it, but when I played through it, yeah, it is not technically impressive. We'll say that. Did I have fun? Absolutely. It's Pokemon. There's a reason why they're not breaking the mold on that formula. Did I wish that it ran better? Absolutely. I haven't yet played Pokemon ZA on Switch 2, so I'm going to check that out. Kids got it for Christmas, so we'll see how that goes. But yeah, they're not exactly known for product that is technically sound, let's say. NSO thing looks like to have about 75% of the library. Oh, a Virtual Boy? Yeah, they'll drag it out and stuff like that. Helps them with marketing. I am looking forward to playing it. I've never owned a Virtual Boy. I borrowed one from a friend for a while. I've played some via emulation. But the ability to easily play those games, super great. Trying to find a working Virtual Boy right now is real tough. I am very much a physical hardware kind of guy, but the big problem with physical hardware is it breaks down. Moth and rust eventually destroys. And the Virtual Boys have an issue with a lot of their internal components breaking down. So it is a darn shame. It is a darn shame. But that's the way it goes. Nothing lasts forever. I think Mole had said it perfectly at some point that, the heat death of the universe. Eventually everything will be gone. But, in our lifetimes at least, you buy a Virtual Boy, you kind of want it to last. Let's see. You could write a book. You should write a book about what you've learned from Game Freak. And you could call it What I've Learned from Game Freak, the book. I'd buy it. There we go. This is a interesting dungeon design. There are some beefier dungeons on this than on hey, what's that guy doing? Than on Mana. Mana had some fairly straightforward dungeons until toward the end of the game. I feel like that's when it goes. Let's see. Rabbit Hole. I like rabbit holes. TOTK's story is a bit of a lie. 3 weeks after Elden Ring they came out, they announced a delay, and then 6 months later it's like, hey, here's a big underground which never measured up to the quality of the overworld. Well, the underground does feel empty. I think Nintendo panicked when they saw Elden Ring and delayed to make the world bigger. Was it delayed a year or delayed 6 months? Because I thought the developer interviews were talking about polishing the game physics, which I tend to agree because the game physics were as impressive as they were. But I have no doubt that the Underground was a late development addition, because it does feel rather empty. How's it going, CDI Arcade? I like that just a bit of a lie is probably accurate. Yeah, it's good to take every interview, every PR statement with a bit of a grain of salt, because, this is an industry trying to sell you something. I think a lot of people miss that. This dungeon actually has two kinds of gimmicks here. You've got this water gimmick, and then you've additionally got... Okay, so they all link back to the same spot. And then you've also got the mud pepper thing. So, let's see. See what we can see here. No. Oh, there's different stuff. It's not significantly different, but it's different. CDI Arcade, I hope you're doing well. I hope you had a good holiday. How's everything? You know that image with the enormous block castle that rests precariously on one tiny little block? That's the Pokemon franchise. So what knocks out the block in the end? What ultimately causes the whole thing to fall apart? I think that's a really interesting question. It seems like Pokemon is kind of in that territory of too big to fail. It's sold to very young kids who don't, go online like we do and talk about things like intrinsic quality or technical specs and things like that. Kids don't care. They're like, does it have Bulbasaur in it? Yes. Cool. That's it. Okay. Just a theory. Oh, so this is not confirmed, right? This is a personal theory kind of thing. I think you're probably a little bit right. I don't know. A little bit right is better than being not right at all. SNES, PS2, Switch, best consoles ever. I think the Switch is really impressive. There's a lot on there. I don't think it's any mistake that the Switch sold as much as it did. Can I make that? The Switch sold as much as it did after the abysmal performance of the Wii U. Total comeback system. And looking at it, to me, it's obvious why. There's a ton of stuff on the Switch. Tons of RPGs on the Switch, for one. But tons of Nintendo IP. And then I think, too, the Switch did a lot better than its predecessors. I keep going the same way. A lot better than its predecessors, its immediate predecessors, in terms of relationships with third-party developers. Uh-oh. Doggy dead. Okay, let's... Well, he's not dead. He's just having a little break. Bring him back. First thing he does is get hit. Okay, now... Can I charge this yet? You know what? I might switch to... Why was I on the claw anyway? Well, I think I had an easier time with it on the boss. That might have been it. Okay, let me see. Your conspiracy theory is that PS2 would not have sold as well as it did if it weren't so prone to breaking. Oh, that breaking sort of sold extra units. How many extra units do you think it might have sold? I don't know where to go. I'm missing something here. I need to try every spot, but I'm missing it. No, what about this way? I don't know if we went this way. No. Yeah, I think the PS2 had an excellent system. I know that PS2 was fragile. I've been through like 3 PS2s. This is my childhood SNES. That's the way that it goes. I found it easier to go back to PS3 games. I actually don't have a lot of affection personally for PS3. I didn't play much on PS3. That was kind of when I dipped out on gaming. I was like, everything's a shooter or grimdark now, so. Let's see. TG Kodama. How's it going? Is this a TurboGrafx reference in the username? Which direction is it? I don't think it's gonna be right here. Let's see. No. Okay, so splits there. Let's see. Nope. Oh man, I'm so far back in chat. I just need to catch. People are talking about the resolutions. I'm so far back in chat. Let me scroll through. These are good comments on resolution. I generally see these kinds of things. Don't wait for New Year's to enact a resolution or decide to buy it. Yeah, so like in my case, it's easy to wait for the new year because it's about not purchasing day one. I don't plan to make any day one purchases in the next few days. So it's kind of like, hey, 2026, don't make any more for the whole year. Let's see. If you don't buy on day one, how will you ever get to enjoy faceless characters with floating teeth? See, that's the thing. A portable PS5 was a battery pack and a PS5 in a box with a monitor. Nice. Yeah, I've been in discussions with people who are like, anything's portable. And they're talking about like lugging around a generator and like, nah, come on. That's ridiculous. Is that PlayStation? It's called PlayStation Remote? Or see, look, I didn't do anything and it took me to a new place. I don't even know how it happened because I was reading chat. Is that PlayStation Portal? What's the difference between PlayStation Portal and PlayStation Remote? I think PlayStation is kind of bad at naming things right now. I'm confused. Their multiple tiers are super confusing to me. See, I don't know what I did, so we're just gonna let this go with the flow while I read chat. All right, I might have to look up a map here. I think the reality is that I just don't enjoy Nintendo IP enough to merit buying a console for it. Yeah, that could explain why you don't like anything post Super Nintendo. That's not the Switch's fault. That's personal preference. Everything that's not Nintendo IP runs better on other hardware. But you can't take it portable. The portability, especially when I worked out in the community, the portability was freaking phenomenal. I think that was several years back, though, like when Switch was newer. Now you kind of have, you've got a lot of copycats out there. And obviously they're copycats because the product's good. The concept is. These two consoles each gen. A lot of people say on Nintendo plus PC you can get everything. That covers just about everything. Okay, I'm going to look up a thing. Dominic asked here, oh, you like ZA? Tell me more. Aloha, Akakiaka. How's it going, Octorock? I'm sorry it took me so long to greet you. I'm so far back in chat. I try to read everybody's thing. I'm glad you think the TV looks good today. I appreciate that, Octo. How are you doing? How was your holiday? Yeah, so TG Kodama's point, Pokemon not breaking the mold. I don't think Pokemon needs to break the mold. I think Pokemon needs to work on their quality issues. Yeah, get rid of Game Freak, get a new team in there, and give us the Pokemon that we love. Emulation mean playing old unlocalized games. Oh, I got you. Oh, you got a Virtual Boy earlier this year? Dan, you've repaired VB units. Well, I'm glad it's easy to do. That's good. Yeah, the portability is kind of the point of the Switch. It's in the title. It switches from TV to portable. So if you don't get use out of that, that's like half the concept just gone. It's super useful to me having kids. If I want to watch something on TV, they can play handheld or vice versa. Let's see. Trying to get through the workday after Christmas. CD arcade. I'm glad for that. Trying to sell us something. Yeah, suggesting corporations might not be. Yeah, corporations are not charities or people. They're made of people, but they're mostly just trying to sell you something. Hey, how's it going, Beamstock? Merry Christmas to you as well. Happy New Year. And Pokemon makes a ton from merch for sure. I'm trying to get through these as quickly as possible. Nintendog is good, right? I think that's a great name. Okay. I know I gotta go back in there. I just want the dog to do something while I'm reading chat here. The Switch, you know, Dominic, you mentioned Japan. I think the Switch seems very Japanese in that regard too. Portability and also miniature. Hey, level 13. Okay. PlayStation Portal. Yeah, see what I'm saying, Cinco Play? There's too many weird PlayStation names. Like, PlayStation Remote could have been what it was. And play not PlayStation Portal, but I don't know. There's too many names for things. Just keep it simple. Put a number on it. Let's see. PC is the worst way to play almost all video games. I love it. That's fun. That's a fun take. I appreciate the modular quality of like a PC. I was like, it reminds me of that iRobot meme, right? Where like PC can play anything, and then the robot goes, "Can your PC play anything?" And then Will Smith just looks sad. It's like, of course your PC can't play anything. I think PC theoretically can play a lot of things, but but PC does not practically. A PC does not practically play everything. Okay, I'm gonna have to look at my map for this. Am I nuts, or does Evermore look more fun than Secret of Mana? So Evermore has got a little more polish on it. It's quicker. Yeah, there's that. If you're into that sort of thing. See, I don't think either of those are it. It's cool. It's cool. I think the story isn't as cool as Mana. I like the mythic quality of Mana. But I like both. It's okay to like both. The characters are very good in a Pokemon game, yeah. I liked Legends Arceus, so I'll probably like this one. Soylent Green, Soylent Corporations are bubby. How you play from a phone or tablet. Oh, I caught up with chat. I did it. PC can't even run Steam. Hilarious. Okay, so PlayStation Remote is how you play from a phone or tablet. But PlayStation Portable or Portal is a dedicated PlayStation tablet. I don't know. How's it going, Baron? Good to see you. I want to apologize to everybody whom I didn't properly greet. I've been so buried in chat here, I don't know what I'm doing. So I love you all. I hope you're having a great post-Christmas season. Enjoying yourself. What did everybody get for Christmas? What'd you get? Let's see. You should follow Major Rage. You should. Let me do a shout out. Let me see how to do this. I always get it wrong. I've done this a couple times, but Major Rage has been real good about... Did it work? Been really nice about bringing people in here, so I like to try and return favors and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Rage TV. How do I do it? Cinco, do you know how to do do you know how to do the thing? How to do a shout out? This is why I need a mod, because I can't remember how to do anything. PC is expensive. Default input devices are bad. The place or the home they're commonly installed is uncomfortable. They're bad at local multiplayer, and technical issues are common just to get the things to play. Sounds about right. I get, like, the possibilities on PC are really up there. But, no, don't talk faster. I just got caught up. You got the new Hyrule Warriors? Cool. You got emergency food. Games are not emergency food. Oh, is this a Genshin Impact joke? Okay. Your sister got a rock, really? Oh, is it? Yeah. I brought the thing up. Let me see. No, I typed the name wrong. This is going to take me forever. I can't figure it out. Slippers! Go Slippers. I got a copy of Dick Van Dyke's book on turning 100. There we go. Oh, no, that's not it. Oh, it's a sub. Thanks for the subscribe. I appreciate it. 4-month streak. Thanks very much. I will fail. I will fail. I will figure out how to not fail to do this shout out properly. What is it? Exclamation mark. No. / shout out. And then I type your name in, but it's not doing anything. Why is it not doing anything? It should do stuff. Anyway, I got Dick Van Dyke's book on turning 100. I don't plan to live that long, but it, you know, I better get prepared for it if I do. And then got a bunch of things which are very much probably antithetical to living to 100. I got a bunch of video game things. I got a gamer chair. I got a, well, it's a new chair. My old one was uncomfy. And I got a pair of headphones that I bought myself. Mega Man Legacy Collection, Metroid Prime 4, and oh no, I bought Astro Boy for my kids. Got Pokemon ZA for them. I got a new back scrubber. I was like, okay, need to scrub my back more, I guess. That's one of those that's one of those like take the hint things. Okay, so it's over there. So then it's got to be on that side. It's got to be on the right side of this. I'm gonna give it a good old college try before I look on a map. You know what was something on Mana? Shoot. You know what's something on Mana that I'm glad I'm not dealing with here is on this. My characters aren't getting stuck so frequently. How about the here? No. Okay. I don't know. It's important not to live past 32. That's bad. Oh yeah. Right. Yeah. Now I remember when I was that old, I was like, dang, I'm old. And then now I'm like, I'm old. All right, Secret of Evermore. Let's see. What kind of thing you got here? Is look up a guide for walking through. I've never met a single old person who sounds like that, by the way. There's so many cartoons and anime where the old people are always like, yeah, that's right. Get you that there, Sonny. I've never met a single old person who sounds like that. Because that's ridiculous. That's okay, because I've never met a superhero who sounds like, I'm here to save the day. This looks like a job for Superman. Oh, I'm looking through the strategy guide right now. Heck yes. Strategy guide. This is a Brady Games strategy guide. I'm looking for the stuff. Okay, so I need to get to C, which we need to go. Let me see here. Wait, how do I get over there? Hey, whoa. Oh, okay. Make a left, then up, then all the way down. Okay, I think I can do this. Let's see. We're going to come in on the left side, and we're going to go all the way up. And we're going to go this way, come around, all the way down. This is it. This is it right here. No. Okay. I blame that on just not doing a good job. I was like, hey, watch it. I'm not going to hurt you. Not all vipers are savages, you know. We were all once peaceful, but the desire for power was too strong. Now there's someone leading the vipers and the raptors in order to take over. If you fight this force, we may be peaceful again. Oh, cool. A little save point. You could heal me up. That would be nice, but oh well. Use a nectar. Okay. So now we get to go to the other side, which is going to be this way. And it's just straight on down. So they flipped it. That's what was confusing about that. Okay. I think there's a boss in here, huh? You sound more like Stallone? Hey, yo. Hey, how's it going? Let's see. Sudden Master Roshi. Yeah, exactly what I was thinking of. You sound like Red's old man? There's no way, James. There's no way. Don't you have a British accent too? What do you have, like a regional do you have a regional UK accent? Because they could be all over the place. That implies I have met superheroes. I have. Let's see. The Law. I am the law. I remember seeing that movie when I was a kid. They do say never meet your heroes. I would love to meet Superman. If you could meet any superhero, who would it be? I would love to meet Superman. Because Superman seems like a guy who would be like, hey, like, he could be your friend. And not like just, Batman seems like a jerk. Hello, kiddo. Fire Eyes? Oh, no. You called? We get to do the voice. Oh, there's a different one. Hi, fish. Hot enough for you yet? Who are you? Who you think? I'm your evil twin, and I'm here to take over, as hot as it may be inside the volcano. The temperature is dropping outside, because I'm cutting it off at the source. If the world freezes, my village will die out. That's the idea. Then my vipers and I can take control over your world. As much as I'd like to chat, sister, I've got work to do. So if you'll forgive me, I'm going to make you go away now. Bibbidi bobbidi blast. Say hello to my pet rock. Oh, it was a Secret of Evermore reference, not a Genshin reference. Okay, how about something that I can reach? This is a lot of damage. Okay, let's see about hitting it with some stuff. That is one buff dinosaur. Bow. Hey, that didn't do any. Oh, what? What? The tick? I don't know if I'd want to meet the tick. Let's see. The tick. Like have a brewski with Wolverine. He seems like he, give him a couple of beers. He seems like he could be good to hang out with. You want to meet Cher? Cher's a superhero. Seems like a cool guy to have his attention somewhere else. Yeah, depending on the version of Superman. If he's like owned his senses down to where he can focus, yeah. Just not because he's after me. A Batman? I don't want to meet Batman. And nobody wants to meet Batman. That's like, I want to meet an actual nightmare. I would love to have met Kevin Conroy, but I don't know if I want to meet like the Batman. Whoa, what happened? Oh, shoot. Sadly, Billy and Nintendog never came back. Okay, let's see. We still have the wisest. Neighbor does sound like that. She's on some better fish. How good would it go on patrol with Batman? Yeah, right. He would just like reprimand you for not being good enough. Have you seen the Bat family? There's not exactly Not exactly well put together. Push start. They have some familial issues. I think I would eat pudding with the tick just to hear him talk about spoons. That might be the best one could hope for. Nizbel needed work after Chrono Trigger. I love that comment right there. His schedule is totally clear. That's a dark joke. That's messed up. I'm gonna say it was too soon on that one. I would get the tick to introduce you to American Maid. Was that one of the characters? I haven't watched the tick in a million years. How was that show they did with Patrick Warburton? Yeah, that's right. Was it any good? Because I didn't watch that. I remember the old cartoon. That's about it. I generally like Patrick Warburton. You know, a little one note. Let me guess, you're going to play a dopey guy with a deep voice. And lo and behold, all 2 TV adaptations of The Tick. How many TV adaptations are there of The Tick? Are there more than 2? I know the Fox cartoon and the live action thing. That's about it. Alright, this is going to be a punk, isn't it? This is going to be a real punk. We might have to backtrack and get the thing leveled up. Or we could, hear me out, use defend. Yeah, because what the heck is up with that? Let's see, I don't have any charges with this, huh? No. I think when I was a kid, I thought this whole game was like the prehistoric area. You can't blame me for that. I can't reach him over there. There you go. Bring your pretty face to my spear. Get him, Nintendo! I don't understand what's happening there, but I don't like it. No, sir. I don't like it. Okay. I am going to see about making him... Well, he is maximum aggression. So, I don't know. Oh, there's an Amazon show for the tick? I did not know that. Let's see. Did not know that. One of the wildest characters is say Midnight Bomber. What bombs at midnight? Remember the, I remember the guy who had a chair for a head. Yeah, I watched a little bit of The Boys. I thought it was good. I did. It was pretty intense. Generally, I don't care for things that are dialed up that high, but I thought it was good though. I liked the premise, even though that's been done to like a bazillion times in superhero history. It's like, hey, what if we just redid The Watchmen, but again? I thought I was like, okay, I'll sure, why not? It was because The Watchmen are that good. Anybody see The Watchmen TV series? I didn't watch that. This is not going so hot. This is going the opposite of hot, which is ironic given the, you know, the heat theme here. Hey, just hit the guy. Hit the guy. You have one job, dog. Oh, now you know what? Our friend Ganon mentioned that this boss had 1,000 less health HP than the previous boss. You can see why. It's because it has a healing factor. That would be pretty vexing if it had a lot of HP. You know, I might play... Oh, there we go. I guess that was doable. The whole time I'm like, I'm not doing any damage. Oh, Warburton does stand-up? I didn't know that. I might have to check that out. Chair-faced Chippendale. I don't believe you. As one gnarly dinosaur man. He is gnarly. Okay, you've won the battle, Billy. But not the war. You want heat? I'll give you heat. So long, suckers. Every villain in the 90s. So long, suckers. Pretty sure Sephiroth said that after shish kebabbing. The Justice Friends on Dexter's Lab. Tried to watch the HBO sequel to Watchmen. I kind of missed the point of the graphic novel. Yeah, that's sort of what I'd heard. I haven't seen it because I don't watch much TV. I think the graphic novel is phenomenal. Oh, look at this little cinematic. Now, this is actually a cinematic sequence in this game. Hey, some music. Cool stuff is happening. I do like this game. I'm not trying to be harsh to it or anything. Hours later. When are you going to cover every RPG on the tigergame.com and the R-Zone? Well, I was going to do every Tiger Electronics RPG and then every Vectrex RPG. And then I was thinking about doing every Game & Watch RPG after that. We'll see about doing that. It's pretty. There are none. Hey, spoilers. Whoa, now I know how dandy Don Carlisle felt in Sink, Boat, Sink. I think I've got water in every orifice, pocket, and pore. You can tell, again, okay, here, this too. Secret of Evermore has some of the best writing. I don't like the kind of cheesy B-movie references that are constantly brought up by the boy. I don't like the tonality, I guess, of the dialogue, but the actual writing itself is so good, especially after playing a game that was rushed during localization. Slash Life, how's it going? How the heck are you? The well-read mage, it is I.
It is I, the well-read mage. How goes it, Slash Life?
Welcome to chat. First time chatter, I'm glad you're here. My name's Moses, aka the well-read mage, as we've established. I'm an author, a writer, and most controversial author of the year. I wrote a book on Super Nintendo RPGs, and we're playing through every Super Nintendo RPG. We're currently on Secret of Evermore. Do you like Super Nintendo RPGs? Was the kid meant to be a wholesome Duke Nukem? Oh, the hair. Kind of reminds me of Dookie. Dookie Nukie. That's what we used to call him when we were kids. Well, there's a book about it. His front cover, some author info, legal mumbo jumbo on the back cover. Boom. I could do it. Yeah. Duke Nukem 3D came out a couple months after this game. Oh, really? PSX RPG book would probably take over Get to come out and give him the breath. Yeah, and that actually would have been my second plan. Well, thanks very much, Major Rage. That's very kind of you. I don't know that I'll finish Volume 2, but if I do, and if it's a success, especially, then I would like to move on to do PlayStation. PlayStation 1. I think that system, Super Nintendo and PS1, best RPGs of all time. Nintendog? Nope. I better look around. All right, here we go. So we just bibbity boppity to another area. I remember this. I'm gonna look back around here first, though. Well, how am I supposed to tell if there's little items just lying around? Whoa, big people.
We may talk tough in Crustacea, but we're pretty harmless. The rogues on the West Bank are much meaner. The treasures on the West Bank are very valuable indeed. The leader of Nobilia has posted a fine reward for them. My brother Tiny is the strongest man in these here parts. I wish he could make some friends.
Now these guys up here, out of the way. Dude's as wide as a door.
Do you mind? We're trying to hit each other. Can't talk, busy, punching.
Ah, the floodwaters are scarce, they are.
There are tales of hidden treasure and jewels in the land across the river. I'd go there, but I think I'll wait until the weather clears up. You're not after treasure and riches like the rest of these louts, are you? The last thing we need is more adventurers around here.
Nah, I'm good. I'm good. Oh, hey, are those, can I open this back here? I can. Can I open that one? Oh, it's already open. All right. So Duke Nukem 3D was cleared a direct copy of Secret of Evermore on PC. Just like Mario Odyssey copied Astro Bot. We've come full circle. Well done. Because we started the stream talking about Astro Bot. Slash Life, I would like to know more about you. Slash Life, do you like Super Nintendo games? Do you have favorite Super Nintendo RPGs? Do you? Tell me. I have to know. Hopefully that's not too forward. I have a variety of items for sale. I can offer them to you for a very fair price. What can we do? Oh yeah, you gotta change money. Oh yeah, because they use different currencies down here. That is one of the neatest things. That's so cool. There are so many RPGs that have like a whole world or like multiple worlds, but they all use the same currency. Not too realistic. But this here, whew, that's good. This is another game Woolsey worked on. One of the versions and stuff were added in localization. Well, this was made in America, so I think it was made natively in English, and that's why the writing is so good. The English is so good, let's say. Yeah. It's a nice touch to have to darn it, did it again. To have to change currencies. It's an extra step, but give you 1 jewel for every 2 talons. All right. Oh, Dan's still going. Master Chief from Halo was copied from Stack'em on the NES. That's an old reference. It was just cleaning up a kitchen, missed what you said. I can assure you it wasn't me. And if it was, you cannot prove it. Slash Life, it was you. No, I just asked you, whilst you were cleaning the kitchen, do you have favorite Super Nintendo RPGs? Okay, now we can purchase some of this stuff. So let me get... what does Essence do again? I don't know. Got a Nectar. I'm out of dog biscuits, so we'll get a couple of those for when my dog gets back. There's a city on the other side of the great desert. You might convince the ghost pirate to give you passage across the sand. I'll try.
Hello, matey. You'll be wanting to buy some of me armor. It's the best. What can I get for you?
Bronze helmet, serpent bracer, spiky collar, bronze armor. So I don't know. I don't know if we want to upgrade right away, because there are some people who give you pieces of armor, and I'm on the cheap side when it comes to these. I would rather spend the money on alchemical materials. Cannot prove anything? Oh, no. No. Yeah, I forgot it was actually made. Yeah, Square USA. So I think, being natively in English, how many RPGs were natively in English on the Super Nintendo? I guess the Ultimas. I don't know if the Might and Magics were like in French or German or something. I've never played those yet. Not many were natively in English. Be nice to the dog. Buy lots of biscuits. I bought those biscuits. You're new to Crustacea, aren't you? The people in this town look mean, but we're not that bad. But it's every rogue for himself on the other side of the river. As I do, you probably never heard of it. It's called Secret of Evermore. It's like Secret of Mana, only coolier. So cool. The comparative form gains extra. It also has magic and tech. Hey, Mana had magic and tech. I call shenanigans. No, I like both games. So you're, I suppose that's what drew you into to this stream about Secret of Evermore. Any other favorites? Are you only Secret of Evermore? So Dragon View was done by Kotobuki. So that one, Dragon View is real weird, right? Because Draken is like, Draken, well, I think was originally in French. And then they translated it in English, I think. And then Dragon View is a Japanese sequel to a French game that I was translated in English. Something like, there was one game, it might have been Dragonview or Draken. Might have been Draken. There was one game in which they translated it from French to Japanese and then used the Japanese to translate it into English. So it's like twice translated. I was like, you guys, stop.
Okay, there's treasure to be found on the west bank of the river, and I'm the one that's going to find it. Ahoy, matey. Welcome to my inn. Please stay and rest. It's only 20 jewels.
I'm good, Pops. We'll take this stuff. I didn't recover my mana, but there is no mana in this game, so that's okay. Got water. Oh, we just stealed it. We just stole an old man's water. Can't wait for the Japanese sequel to Clear Obscure. Yeah. Yeah, I think I mentioned that in the book. I don't know. You know why I don't know? Because the book is 555 pages. I don't remember everything that's in there. It took me 3 years to write that thing. Chrono Trigger, Evermore is what's stuck in the head. Bit sad that after Evermore, Jeremy's Soul only did soundtracks for games no one knows about. Yeah, I've never heard of Skyrim before. Hey, I like the cut of your jib. This is definitely one of the real unique RPGs on the system. One of two that stars a kid from a vaguely American suburb. Is there, besides for Earthbound and Secret of Evermore, is there another RPG on this system that has an American kid? The city leader has posted a reward for the treasures on the other side of the river. I'm going after them. I am. Since the river waters have risen, some of us adventuring types have been staying inside. Well, what? Oh, that was weird. There was like a notice that was saying I need to be near the jar in order to open it. Did you see that? Whoa, where'd you come from? Hello, my friend. Have I got a deal for you? I can offer you this rare and powerful Amulet of Annihilation for 10,000 jewels. Is it a deal? Sorry. You don't have enough cash to make the deal. Well, that sucks. Does anybody know, Slash, do you know about that? It's been a long time since I played this. What happens if you buy the Amulet of Annihilation? Is it a scam or is it like an actually good thing to get? Star Tropics. Yeah, not on Super Nintendo, but I would say that counts. Remember when Nintendo, a Japanese company, made a game about characters from American literature saving the Queen of England from aliens? There you go. Or they made an Italian plumber? Isn't a Skyrim something they do to that scrambled movies? I thought Skyrim was one of the Daniel Craig James Bond films. Metal Wolf Chaos. I don't know about that one. Hey, I thought that was the same guy. I was like, what? What are you hitting me for? Not sure which direction to go in just yet. Which of my published books am I most proud of? Not the one that earned me a massive fallout and reputation. No, kidding aside, I'm still proud of the definitive book of SNES RPGs. I'm really proud of my first book. The Last Stitch Goes Through the Nose. It is an amateur work. I have no qualms in saying so. But I put a lot of my personal thoughts into that book, how I see the world and that sort of thing. So I would say that's the one that I'm proud of. I don't know if you were making a joke because you thought I'd only published one book, but there's two now. So played a German version of Evermore though, after not knowing what? After knowing both, maybe partisan, I think the German translation is even more hilarious. Oh, really? So, you read it in German? Oh, let me scroll up here. Fortunately, I lost a couple in-game hints in translation. Oh, Okay, it's been a long time. It is a Bond film, see? Oh yeah, Star Tropics was NES. I wish there was a Star Tropics on SNES. That'd be cute. Oh, being serious? Okay, cool. I'll give you a serious answer. It was earnest. It was legit but not required. You will get one of a couple of items from a loot list depending on which items you already got. Oh. Okay. So you could save before that. You could save the game before that. Maybe I will save up some monies and purchase that. Oh, we've got 2 people in chat who know of the German secret of Evermore. Was this like a famous thing? I don't know that I've ever heard of this. There's a big old spike here. It's too bad Ganon wasn't around today. Biggest fan of Evermore I ever seen. Poison is worn off. Yeah, okay, I remember this. I remember getting stuck here for a while when I was a kid. Kind of not knowing which direction you're going. Oh, you got on the same law as the guy who sold you Terranigma. You know about the Russian Pokédex? Da Pikachu, comrade. Let's see. Yeah, Porkydex? Okay, an edible Pokédex would be great. Ganon will be written up for his unexplained absence. Oh, that's wonderful. Whoops. I did not mean to walk that far off screen. I need to find my dog again. No spoilers. But I need to find my dog. I miss that dog so much. Can I do a... No. Not yet. Oh, he blew up and mysteriously had a dinosaur-shaped skull among his bones. Yeah, Horn Spear, level 2, baby. Is this the one that lets us throw it? Let's see. 'Cause, you know, that could come in handy. It is. It is that one. Oh, heck yeah. Oh, my. Can you pet the dog? There was that account. I don't know if they're still around. There was that account on X that tracked if you could pet dogs in video games. I don't know if this one ever appeared on there. Can you pet the dog? Maybe not. Along with A Link to the Past and an English repro cart of Secret of Mana 2. Cool. I got a Trials Trials repro cart. Oh, hey, he's got the thing back there. Hello, friend. Glad to see you survived the big washout. That's the boss back there on the wall. I like that touch. Likewise, my dog and I use your boat to float downstream and over the falls. Ah, well done. I escaped by floating down with swamp flowers full of the essence of mud pepper. Have you seen this world? It's much different from the world on the plateau. I've explored a little, but I've mainly been looking for Nintendog. I wonder where he could be, or what he could be. See, now this, I did not remember that the areas are connected, right? But, well, don't explain it to me. But, I don't remember exactly. It's not time travel, right? I switched to Blue Sky. Oh, darn it. Yeah, there's that mod. I guess that would be the closest way to do it. But do we have a favorite dog form? If you do not say toaster dog, I don't know. Might worry about you a little bit. I like this. I like this sleek greyhound. I don't like the first one, and I don't like the pink poodle. I like the toaster dog. Hello, my wife and myself take care of cleaning and maintaining the palace. Nada. Just checking that perimeter. Making sure there's... Hi there! Don't track any dirt into the palace. It's my job to keep the place clean. Imagine telling that to a dog. The dog's like, oh, okay. I won't track any dirt into the palace. Oh, this looks like bad guy stuff. You called on me, sir? Yes, Pompolonius. Pompolonius. I nailed it first try. As my advisor, you can help me obtain the overwhelming power that I desire. I must have the diamond eyes of the dog statue. But, sir, the people will not support your actions unless we receive a sign from the sacred dog. I hate to burst your bubble, Pomp, but the sacred dog is a myth. We can't expect for some mystic creature to simply slide into the palace. Well, well, well. Lo and behold. Oh, and he actually does slide. Sir, we have a visitor. That was a nice touch. That really was a nice touch. My wife! Wolf dog as a pet. Toaster dog as a fighting companion. See, I would take toaster dog as a pet as well, because if you need to make toast, he's right there. You know, you just ask for toast anytime. Featuring the body horror for the dog. Is that the animated one? Oh, we can attach lasers to things? Moronius. Oh, like moron. Moronius? Well, friend, it's time for you to find your pooch and for me to continue my studies of things lighter than air. The dog is Metal Max with a tank gun strapped to his back. Oh, Metal Max. Oh, dog is in Metal Max. Toaster dog. See, Beamstock knows what's up. I hear that there's a great city on the other side of the desert to the north. You might have luck looking for your dog there. You can cross over to the desert on my new bridge. Before you take off, I want you to have this crush formula. You can mix limestone and wax for enemy crushing power. Give me that crush. Yes. Yes. Well, see, we can't go nuts here because I do want to save up some funds. Joogie. That's fun to say. Thanks for the follow. How are ya? Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and Happy New Year. I'm getting ready to tidy up for the day here. I think my throat's getting parched. Joogie? Or is it Juji? I don't know. How do you say it? Thanks for the follow. What's up? Imbecilius and Moronius. That's pretty great. All right, Dan, you have a great rest of your stream too, and a great weekend. I hope everything's a-okay. Oh yeah, we got a little bit of heat death out here. Is that what we're looking at? So I wonder what would be. Oh dang. Nothing reminds me of, like, living back in California. Like, being chased by spiders and tumbleweeds. Oh, it's so satisfying. That little toss there. There is a better sense of like a better kinetic, tactile sense of being, uh, of hitting the enemy when an attack actually connects, compared to mana. But again, that was the older game, so that makes sense. Plague? Dang. Hey, there's level 14. Not too shabby. We are poisoned or something. I actually don't know how to get rid of this. But that is not an insignificant amount of damage. Let me see. Dude, it is raining HP right off of me. See about going to the inn here. I don't remember how to get rid of this. Everything is fixed by sleeping in the inn. You just sleep it off. Okay, folks, shorter stream today. I got my kids home and all that, but I'm gonna probably tie a bow on that for today, and then next week we will be back on for more Secret of Evermore on our long journey through every Super Nintendo RPG. It's gonna be 1 p.m. Central. Have a great weekend. Enjoy all your stuff. If you got stuff for Christmas, if you did not get stuff for Christmas, I hope you do get stuff for Christmas. But take care of yourselves. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for the chats. Chat was very lively today. Oh my goodness, y'all made it difficult for me to read. I had to read really goodly today. Everything except finding a dog. Yeah, we'll find the dog tomorrow. Monday. I thought, I was like, let me find the dog and then we'll quit the game, but no, can't do it. All right, folks, take care of yourselves. Talk to you later.